Hey guys, so basically I think I have told you guys about all of the rumors regarding all the boys and everything that has happened, and I wanted to maybe further explain more. I can't remember what I posted in the last video, but I kind of want to explain why I have been changing and turning everything around in my life recently since all of this has happened and occurred. Okay. First of all, I bet you can tell I adjusted the lighting so you guys can see me better. But basically, okay, this lighting is awful, but it's the best I can do. So basically what happened was, with the boys, there was a lot of stuff that went on. Also, there's a couple of things I need to say before I start this video. I'm not going to be obviously saying their names and exposing who these people are, nor the people who helped me through it, because they might get damaged if they're in the same friend group or they know each other and they're friends with each other. So I'm not going to be doing that. But another thing is, my allergies are really bad right now. So I have phlegm in the back of my throat. My nose is stuffed and my throat is also kind of scratchy, so I'll probably be taking, there'll probably be cuts in the video throughout the whole thing of me either getting a drink, eating some honey, and other stuff like that to try and fix my allergies. Okay, so basically, I'm going to start off with what happened between me and the boys. Okay. So what happened between me and the first boy is that I invited him over to my house late at night when I shouldn't have, and I snuck him in. I did get punished for this, so don't think I didn't, because I did. I confronted my parents about the situation, and I ended up getting grounded for, I think, almost 2 months without my phone. I couldn't have it. Even going to school, I couldn't have it. So basically what happened was, during the time that he was here, he arrived here around 11:41, and my parents were going to bed at the time, or were in bed trying to go to sleep. So he was being very quiet, and he did come through one of the doors upstairs, which, because my parents' room is in the basement of the house I live in. And basically I snuck him in, and we were hanging out, and we were scrolling through TikTok and just trying to warm up to each other and talk to each other, because we were dating. We dated before, and then we broke up, and I agreed to get back together with him when he was over here, before the bad stuff that happened occurred. So we were here, and basically what happened was I got sexually assaulted by him during the time that he was here, between 11:41 and the time he left. The time he arrived, from 11:41, the time he arrived, to the time that he left, which was almost 5 o'clock in the morning. It was 5:30 something. I got sexually assaulted between those times of 2 o'clock and the time that he left. He had to leave, and his friend snuck him back into his house, which he was staying at. He was staying at one of his friend's houses for a sleepover, and that's how he could sneak out and come over to my place. So I snuck him back out after that, and the next morning, which was a Saturday, I had snuck him in on a Friday night, and on Saturday, the next day, in the morning, I had confessed to my mother that I had snuck him in. after I had told my mother, my father was not in the room, but I had told my mother, and when my father had got back from wherever he was in the house, my mother had told me to go to my room and to get out of her sight because she was disappointed in me. At this point, I was not grounded yet and I still had my phone. About 20 to 30 minutes later, my phone goes off and my dad had texted me or called me. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was texted me to come downstairs. So I had left my room and I had taken my phone with me because I figured I was going to lose it. So I walked downstairs and I got grounded, and they would not tell me when I got my phone, when I was getting my phone back or anything at all, because they hadn't discussed it yet, but they had taken my phone. I was not allowed to take it to school. I was not allowed to use it at all until they had given me permission to get it back officially. I had begged and begged and begged and apologized many times, multiple times, so I could get my phone back, because people were going to worry about me, people were going to remove me from my Snapchat. I had about 3 people remove me from Snap in that span of time. When I got my phone taken, they had removed me because I didn't answer for over a month. The 3 people that removed me, one of them was someone who I talked to on a daily basis, and another one kept me on there. Like, I snapped 2 of them, like, twice. Like, I snapped the one, and then I snapped him again, and then he ended up removing me. And then the other one, we snapped for a few days, and then he removed me, which was kind of annoying and rude, if you ask me. Like, why would you text me and snap me back and then remove me, like, not long after? At this point, I was very upset with what was going on, and I needed a mental break from everything that was going on in my life. And then I met my ex-boyfriend. So, well, before I met my ex-boyfriend, the very next day, like on Monday, because I didn't talk to him the whole weekend because I had my phone taken, on Monday, he had basically told me that on my computer Snap, because I have Snap on my computer, he basically was telling me that we were done. And I got really upset by this, because my friend was there with me, because I was using her hotspot, because the school Wi-Fi doesn't allow Snapchat on phones either, so you have to have your own Wi-Fi for that, which I'm grateful my parents have Wi-Fi. I don't know what I'm doing, ignore me. But after that, I guess I'm trying to make the situation where it's not so awkward and where it's not so hurtful, I guess. It's still haunting to this day. I'm not going to say exactly what he had done to me or what I had to do to him, but yeah, so basically, after Gavin had broken up with me, and me and him had lost contact with each other because I had given up on trying to be respectful and say anything to him after that incident, I started talking to another dude not long after, and I was happy about it. It was like a month or two later I started talking to a different dude because I was okay and ready for someone who would treat me right. I ended up meeting my newest, like the guy I dated last, ex. And he was really sweet. Until he wasn't. So, I'm not saying he's not a good person. He's just not good at relationships. Like, he's good as a friend, like when I was friends with him, but he's not good at relationships whatsoever. Like, he sucks at them. I'm not going to say he's a great person, and I'm not going to say he's a good person. I'm not going to say he's a bad person, but I'm not going to say he's a good person. So basically, during the time me and my newest ex were dating, everything seemed okay at first until he started to, like, I realized he didn't reply very fast, like, ever. Like, it took him hours and hours to respond every single time. It took him 12 hours to respond sometimes. And basically, he didn't like PDA. He told me that. So he didn't want to hold hands in school. Like, ever. And he didn't really like taking pictures together. I took one picture together the day like 2 days before we broke up. And it was probably a bad decision because he was just really awkward about it. Like, to his one friend, who is my friend, I still consider him my friend. I'm not sure if he considers me a friend or not. I haven't given him any problems and I've been super supportive of him, so I don't think that he really cares about what happened between me and Dylan. I think he's chill with me. But basically, I ended up losing a bunch of friends during this whole thing. Like, friends were walking out after me and Dylan had broken up. Not long after. There was a few people that were, like, leery of me. And I'll explain why in a second. But basically, me and my ex had broken up after almost a month or a little over a month. I can't really remember how long we dated, but it was either less than a month, or a little over a month. But we were dating and everything seemed okay, but he just was so weird. He didn't really talk to me during the relationship. We didn't even talk that much. Like, the only time we talked was like when we were in person, or like when I would snap him first. I would snap him first every day saying good morning and all that stuff, like, always. And I would say good morning handsome, and he would respond with good morning beautiful. And I wouldn't get a snap back until like after school at like 10 p.m. if not later than that. And I would join these Discord calls in this Discord chat that I was invited to by his friend, who is still my friend, and I would join the calls and I would talk to them. And mostly I sat there. Like, the first couple of weeks I just kind of sat there and didn't say anything, but then I started to warm up to them and I got used to it. Because I talked to them in person at lunch. Because when me and my ex were dating at the time, when we were boyfriend-girlfriend, he had third lunch, while I had second lunch with most of his friends except a few. There was 2 or 3 online people that I have met. I had met a person that I had met online. 2, actually. No, 3. I met another one of his friends in person, because I met him through Discord first, and I met him in person at school. And then there was another one who lives behind me who moved to the school after being in a different state. He had moved schools, and so he goes to my school now. And I had met him online, and then I had met him in person. were cool for like 2 days in person, and then it was just weird because they all hate me now. But that's besides the point. I'll get to, I guess, why they hate me, or why I assume they hate me. And then the third one I had met in person at a park because he was homeschooled, and he still is homeschooled. But I'm not friends with any of them anymore. I'm not friends with any of these people except one person, which is the one friend that invited me to the Discord, who also helped me understand things and helped me through the breakup and everything like that about it, and like would ask the person that his friend, the one that I was dating, he would ask him questions for me so I could like see his response from another person when they would ask a question about me. The only thing that was okay is the fact that he didn't lie and he said that he was dating me. When people would ask him, hey, are you dating Trinity? He would say yes. Like, he didn't lie and say that he didn't. So that is one thing that I respect from my ex, because he didn't do anything sexual to me like the ex before that, like the boyfriend I had before the one that I'm talking about now, who did sexually assault me. So my recent ex was good, just poor at communication. That's all. Just really poor at communication. And the one thing, how we broke up was I had texted him and asked him to be honest with me if he actually liked me or he didn't like me. And I told him to actually be honest with me. The answer he gave was that he didn't actually like me, he just dated me to see if it would work out, and it won't. And that is exactly how we broke up. And I had blocked him on Snapchat. And then a couple of days later, I had unblocked him from Snapchat because I thought it was stupid to block him. I don't know why. But he's not blocked, he's just removed. To continue the story, the day after we broke up, because I knew the breakup was going to happen and I kind of figured that he didn't like me, his friend had told me that he had liked me 1 to 2 days before me and him had broken up. So I started talking to his friend who said he liked me. We talked and then we stopped talking because my ex got mad that me and him were talking, and then we started talking again after the fact that my ex had said that it was fine that me and him talk. So me and him started talking. After about another week of talking, he didn't want to talk anymore because he didn't actually like me. He just wanted a relationship really bad. So after me and Vincent, yes, I'm going to say this one's name out loud. After me and Vincent had stopped talking, I kind of, like, I would sit at the table for like another week or two after that had happened, and then basically everyone just started removing me off of Snapchat, and so I just removed the rest of them myself. There was a couple other people who were in the group that had different lunch shifts than me, and I only saw them like after school or like in the hallways, which was like 2 people. And then there was this one person who I did like at the same time as talking to the other boy, but I didn't want to get involved with it. So when I stopped talking to Vincent, I didn't talk to anyone for like another week or 2, and then I started talking to another person who like is not in the group but kind of is in the group at the same time. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure he's in the group now, but I was trying to talk to him for a couple of days, but it wasn't working. It was really weird. So I've removed myself from the group, and I started sitting at a different table due to the fact of another person who sexually assaulted me. A second person from that group. And this boy didn't do as bad of things as the one ex before my recent ex did. This boy asked me out, and I had said no. Last year. Last year, but at the beginning of the school year. This year that just ended of school. And so basically, what happened is I said no to that time. And after I had stopped talking to Vincent and every single one of them and wasn't talking to anyone, this was after I stopped talking to the other kid that I thought it was kind of weird that we were talking because it just wasn't working. He had asked me out again after the sexual assaulting. So I can say what happened between me and this kid. So when he asked me out the first time, he had kissed me twice, and I had reported it because I didn't want him to kiss me. And the second time, I stopped being friends with him for a bit, and then I forgave him and decided to be friends with him again because I realized that he just liked me, and I just had to tell him that I don't like him. So basically that's what I did. I told him that I didn't like him and that I just wanted to be friends, and that's all we can be, and that it's chill. And so it was chill until the next thing that happened. I realized that he was being flirtatious. I have a flirtatious personality, so I just figured, maybe he has a flirtatious personality. So I just took it as a flirtatious personality type of thing when talking to him. And I guess, I'm not gonna lie, flirted back, but I wasn't flirting back in that sense of manner because I didn't think that he liked me like that, but I guess he did. So basically what happened between me and this boy with the sexual harassment was basically, because it's not as bad as the other one, I will tell you guys what he had done. So what he had done, besides the kissing, was at the first time, the first time, after the kissing, we were sitting down in the library on one of the couches. He ended up touching my private part through my clothes, which I didn't like whatsoever. So that's why I had reported it because of that, not really because of the kisses, but because of the touching of the private part. So basically, after that, we're skipping to this after we became friends again and started talking as friends again. Everything was fine for about a month, and then he ended up, so after everything that went down between me and my two exes, and then the two people I was talking to, he had touched my thigh and rubbed it and slapped my ass. I was really uncomfortable. Later in that day, the next class period after that, because I had 3 class periods with him plus lunch. So we had first period, then second period. In second period is when he did the grabbing of the thigh and the ass slap, and then we had night class, which I didn't have with him, and then it was third period because I had second lunch, so I went to lunch halfway through third period. During third period after ninth quest, during the first part, he had asked me out, and I had said no because I didn't like him. actually, yeah, at this point I was actually talking to the other dude still. Or was going for him and was talking, yeah. And so I had said no to him because I didn't like him anyway, but I was also talking to someone else. Then I had stopped talking to the other dude a couple of days later. And I had went on Discord in the chat that I was invited to by Resden. And which it was one of my friends. And so basically I saw that this dude, the one that asked me out twice and I said no to, called me a hoe in the chat the same day that I said no to him asking me out. So he was mad because I said no to him. And not to mention, he had put into the chat on Discord that I had said something rude about somebody else, that I had called her a rude name. I did not say it in a bad way or on purpose in a bad way if it sounded like that. I called her a bitch in the sense that her attitude is bitchy because she thinks she's all that. She walks around like she owns the place, and I don't care if she sees this either, because she needs to know it. She walks around like she's some famous person who should get pictures taken with, get autographs and all that shit, and like she's the hottest thing in that damn school, playing with her hair when she walks through the halls. It's honestly annoying and disgusting to walk through the school or look around and see her doing that. Plus, the last couple of days of school, her ass was completely out of her damn shorts. Her shorts were so short, they might as well have been underwear. So it's disgusting. And literally no one gave a fuck. People were laughing at her because of it. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was kind of funny. Mostly disgusting. And she didn't even get dress coded for the shit. So that's why I'm also irritated, because that's disgusting and I don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Literally nobody. Absolutely nobody except the pervs who are looking at her for the wrong reason, which is stupid to do that to yourself. You don't want the wrong attention. You want good attention, and she was getting bad attention for what she was doing. So after all of that occurred, that's when people started leaving and I stopped sitting at the table at lunch and in the morning. Then each person slowly started to disappear, including the person behind me. We're no longer friends either. The person who lives behind me, I'm not friends with them either. They are all gone except one person, or kind of three people from that group, because two of them are siblings and they are twins. And then one is a friend of, well, I'm friends with more like 4 people from the group. Because I'm friends with 2 guys and 2 girls. Like I said, I'm friends with 2 guys and 2 girls from the group still, because they're okay with me. Which is good, because I kind of like those 4 people anyway. They're really nice to me. I don't know if a guy I'm friends with, who is my ex from 9th grade, is friends like in the group, or just hangs out with the one or a few, or if he's just like friends with them but like isn't in the friend group, because I don't know. I have no idea. Also, before I continue, quick shout out to my bus driver for giving me Skittles. She gave me 2 packs. She gave me 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon, and everybody else got 1. She loves me, and she loves my brother too, because my brother used to ride the bus with her. I love my bus drivers, literally. The last two I had, love them so much. Shout out to my last two bus drivers. I love you. Okay, anyway, let's continue. Actually, before I continue, what's y'all's favorite flavor and pack of Skittles? Mine is the red pack of Skittles, so the original, and the red ones. Okay, anyway, continuing on now for real. I decided that was where I was going to switch everything around and that my life was going to be different. I am currently talking, I think I'm talking to someone right now. Pretty sure that me and him are talking. I don't know. It may be one of my exes, but it's not any other people that I am discussing in this video. Well, it is, but like not fully. Like, it's, I can't explain it. It's not any of the people that I was explaining in this video at all. Like, it's, what am I saying? It is nobody in this video. Oh my god. It is a friend of theirs. It's not someone that I am deeply giving information about. There we go. It is not neither one of the ones that sexually assaulted me, nor the one that is bad at relationships but okay at friendships. It's not those three. And it is not the friend who invited me to the Discord. It is not the boy with that is a twin. And it is not the two girls. That is what I'm saying. It is no one in this video. It is someone that I think is in the group but might not be. I have no clue, but I know that he's friends with, I think he's friends with like 2 people in the group, I think. Or just like talks to them outside of like school, because this guy is homeschooled as well. And it is not the one that I met online that is homeschooled. And it's not the one that lives behind me either. I can't remember who I put in this video, who I talked about earlier. So I'm just going to say it's nobody in this video because I don't think they are. I don't think I said their name in this video or even talked about them in this video at all. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. I am talking to a guy who is homeschooled. I think. I'm not 100% sure on the accusation, so don't come at me. So yeah. So now I'm just basically working on myself and trying to talk to someone who I think is a good guy. And basically I'm just trying to switch my life around a bit and make it better. Because I want to be better. Things are really tough for me this year. It may look like I talked about what happened to me so easily. But it's actually not, because after this video I'll probably go cry to myself about it and take a shower because I feel disgusting even talking about the sexual stuff that was going on. You don't know anyone truly, because you may think you know someone, but deep down you don't. You never do. You don't even know your parents deep down. Like, you may think you know someone, but you don't. You really don't. So, my advice is to be leery of who you're talking to, the people you're telling information to, who you decide to trust with things, because it can go south really quick. So, be smart. It is all I have to say. Because you never know. Seriously. People can be okay 1 minute and the next minute they can be completely switched. They can go from good to bad within a snap of a finger. So, yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I hope your day is amazing. Sorry that this video is so long. I just wanted to explain all that. The next video is going to be me explaining my journey on how I'm going to be fixing myself and making myself better, and what I am doing now, and what I plan to do to continue towards the future. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a lovely day. Bye.